فليت يا فليتي يا فليتي يا لومي كبرتي معلتي عم ترقم الهوا عبي ملئختي صامت عريا سحفرتي بتغادن دليا مسقرتني لوتي فليت عيلتي يا فليتي يا فليتي يا لومي كبرتي معلتي عم بترقم الهوا عبي ملئختي صامت عريا زحفة سامرتي بتغادن دليا مسقرتني بطوم غالي بملوق النت ما تغاي السفح حمس مغار حيوات حمس مغار حيوات
Thank you all for joining us here tonight. We will be celebrating our graduates. So one more round of applause for them. So now I would like to introduce Sargai and Helen.
كمي أمسكم بولا معلتي أبز تقاهم قريبة دلخو كم أبو برنا Eristars كموها كم أدلاوي نايزي مربزي بعبيها ناي قالي graduation إلى معلتي so كم سلسة مو نشم زحلف عمت رينايو كندي مكراجل حليفو سب كابتن شدشميت السبع شدشميت الشيخ زموتو خنكون أنا نسخهم كم زبقينا أب كم زين يدكنا تنبل سلزب كعنا نقولاتنا كو حقوسنا يبل أدمين أخبركم بساعاتكم سلزم تأخذنا خا دقيمة بشم بوردن بشم زم graduate كلهم يغنينا أبزي لوم ليتي دانيا كو هتقول سلطاني حبوس أحمد أباتي لنا كتحقوس مخانكم سير قصنيا تاتينا بحلتي كمس قلهم زدال لوم مشت كلتا عدن قوالن دانيا نند سلامن نزمة بزي كدالا بوضع السعرة شبه حساب دقيمة دقاقيمة كعبد حن مساخم نابلكو هلو our vice president كا بزعبا Eristars قال خبلكم يتبلنا لا بدقا تزريبو تودا كوي كونن جن قال ختبلنا.
Hi, good evening everyone and welcome. Everyone looks so good, so I think we should take a few seconds to look around the room and give ourselves a round of applause. Everybody looks really pretty tonight. Well, my name is Helen Allen, and I am one of 9 of the Eristar board members. And tonight I'm going to give you a brief overview of the organization, starting with our mission and our values. Our mission is for our youth to develop athletic skills, self-discipline, teamwork, advance in their education, develop leadership skills through sports, and to create a positive environment. Our vision is to promote, on and off the field, a lifetime of code of conduct of our players, such that they will become leaders in our community and honorable citizens of our nation. The evolution and the history of Eristars. A few years ago, in 2011, a group of guys got together and envisioned a place where their kids can play, get to know each other, and develop enduring relationships in a constructive, non-politically driven community and environment. From there, Eristars was born. So since the board has evolved into a group of 9 amazing people, the guy is the president. I am his assistant, also known as the vice president. I just do whatever he tells me to do. And who else we have? We have Dawit, who is our data manager. We have Jonas, our financial officer, Philmon, our secretary of member relations, Binyam, acting treasurer, Jonas, director of fundraising and activities, Tusfu, director of coaching, and Noel, our youth representative. Okay. And this board has been very busy. I'm going to highlight a few of our accomplishments that also align with our mission. For example, developing athletic skills. We've had over 200 registered players in 5 consecutive years and are a part of 4 statewide leagues. Our next mission objective is self-discipline and teamwork. As a result of Tuesday practices, the kids learned how to work together, in which Eristars won several league championships. For example, the U18 girls won Tacoma Soccer in 2019, U15 and U18 boys, multiple championships through AAYSA, U18 champions of Atlanta and Maryland tournaments in 2018 and 19, U6, U8, U10, and U12 teams, champions of PGSI for 4 years in a row. As part of our next mission objective of educational advancement and leadership through sports, we also offer student service learning hours, we host college readiness workshops, and we invite a youth to serve on our board. And lastly, creating a positive environment where we collaborate with Eritrean professional development organizations for networking and mentoring, and also travel together for soccer games. Recently, we went to Atlanta where we visited the Martin Luther King Memorial in 2019. We have so many more accomplishments under our belt, but we can be here all night, and tonight is about the kids. So as you can see, we have been very busy building the organization and will continue to do so for generations to come. With that said, thank you all for coming and for your continued support.
Okay, everyone. So next we do have some speakers that aren't able to come tonight, whether they live in a different state or so be it. So please direct your attention to the screen. We will be playing their video messages.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm Asmarat Asafal Berhe. I'm currently a professor of University of California, Merced. Thank you to the organizers for inviting me to be part of today's celebrations. But before I go any further, I want to say congratulations to all members of the class of 2021. Y'all did it. This has been a difficult year, but you made it. Congratulations. I was asked to tell you a little bit about my educational journey. My academic journey started early in Eritrea, where I completed my high school education and then received an undergraduate degree at the University of Asmara. Since moving to the U.S., I earned graduate degrees at Michigan State University and Berkeley, and have been working in the University of California system since then. I'm a big believer in education. I think if you work hard in school, not only will you succeed in life, but there's also success that no one can take away from you. Money or fame can disappear. Athletic prowess can wear off as you get older, but education will always be with you. My dad, who excelled in sports, especially soccer when he was a young man. Some of your parents and grandparents might know him as a second soccer champion at this time. In his life, he also excelled in education. And he used to tell my siblings and I, when we were young, that education is the only lasting wealth in life. Things you learn in school stay with you for life, for always. And I want you all to remember that success in any field, academic or otherwise, requires doing, showing up day in and day out for your activity that you're doing, consciously working to improve yourself. What this means is that, keep on dreaming big about where you want your education to take you. But also remember that making those dreams a reality requires that you work hard, that you study continuously and all the time. If there was one advice I would love to give today's graduates, it is to recognize that success in not just the education that you've achieved, but also the careers and further education that you all might pursue requires grit. Where grit is that exquisite combination of passion for what you do and persistence, making sure you stick with it, even when things get hard, until you reach your goals, no matter the kind of obstacles you might encounter on your way. I guarantee you that as you work hard, you might also fail sometimes. First of all, remember that failure is a sign that you're trying. Don't get discouraged by failure. What will make a difference as you continue to try, though, is that you get right back up and try again. And try as many times as you need to achieve your goals. With that, let me end by saying congratulations again to the graduates and all their family members and community that supported them in their education. Congrats all.
Hi everybody, my name is Gurmai Zahlai. I am a council member in King County, Washington, which is an elected position. I'm an elected official governing 2.2 million people up in King County, Washington, which is the region where Seattle, Washington is. I just wanted to congratulate all of you. Congratulations, you did it. This is graduation day, and you should be really, really proud of yourselves. A lot of you are first-generation college students, maybe immigrants, maybe the kids of immigrants, and you had to overcome a lot of different challenges to get to where you are today, and you should be extremely proud of yourselves. The amazing part is now you can begin a journey where you can make it so the next students behind you, the ones who are coming up now, don't have to face the same challenges that you did. You can go out and make the world a better place so that young people who are being born today, whether they're Habesha or immigrant or low income or first generation college students, that they have equal opportunity to be successful here in Maryland or the US or wherever they're born in. So I wanted to just encourage you to go out and do that. Use this privilege, use this opportunity to go out and make it so that more young people can graduate. I was able to do that by running for office and shaping the laws and policies that affect our lives every day. And I'm seeing the benefits of that, where young people are now participating more in politics, where they're having a better education, where they have more options for affordable housing and better transportation and a more fair criminal justice system. All those things are possible by running for office, but that's not the only way that you can make change. Each and every one of you can make change through the way that's most exciting for you, that's most personal for you. The things that you already love doing today, you can use that skill, that passion for good. And I'm really excited to see each and every one of you do that. Congratulations again, everybody. Please hit me up anytime if you have any questions or want to collaborate on something or want to work together on something. My Instagram handle is just @Gurmai, @GIRMAY on Instagram. On Facebook, we can be friends at facebook.com/councilmember.Gurmai. And on Twitter, I'm just @Gurmai Zahlai. So hopefully we can connect real soon. Congratulations, students.
Hi everyone, my name is Timnit Gabru. Timnit means wish in Tigrinya. And I just wanted to say congratulations on this milestone and best wishes and good luck in everything, in all of your endeavors in the future. I am a scientist or a researcher in a field called artificial intelligence, and I used to lead a team at Google called the Ethical AI team. So what this work is in trying to make sure that to minimize the potential negative impacts of artificial intelligence, really many kinds of technology right now in society. And this work for me is particularly important as it relates to members of various communities that are often forgotten. So I would take Eritreans to be in that specific group, as many times our language, even Tigrinya, but like many other languages in Eritrea, are not supported in any of the discussions in AI, artificial intelligence, or any of the other products. You know, there are a lot of refugees from our country who are not benefiting from any of these tools, and actually many times are targeted by these tools. So, you know, I'm just making a pitch for AI. If any of you are interested, this field needs you. And if you, for those of you who have done any classes or anything in this field, you can join a group called Black in AI, which is a group I started with other colleagues. So if you request to join Black in AI, so you can go to blackinai.org, then, you know, people there could look through your request to join. There's many programs in Black AI that support students. For instance, we have an academic positions program, graduate mentoring program. There's conferences. We give scholarships. There's an entrepreneurship program. So yeah, if you're interested, take a look at that. I've sort of taken a step back from the organization, so I've stepped down now, so I won't see your email or anything if you send it to me, but you should go to blackai.org and you can see the instructions there. I'm very excited to see what you'll do next, and congratulations.
What's up, Eristars graduates? My name is Andam. I'm coming out of New York, and I'm so excited and proud that all of you have achieved this amazing accomplishment and graduated this year. It's impossible to overstate the challenges that you had to deal with, from the pandemic to remote learning to navigating all of that across the country, across grades. Shout out to you for everything that you were able to accomplish across this unprecedented time. You know, it wasn't actually that long ago when I was in your position. I graduated from high school in 2003, college 2007. You know, actually speaking it and verbalizing it out loud, it's crazy to think of how long ago it was. But really, the time does fly. And sometimes when, you know, those moments pass and then time goes on, you lose sight of all of the hard work that the entire community has put in to make sure that we're successful. And being 35 years old, being in the middle of maybe your age, the graduate's age, and the parents' age, you know, I think there's some things that I've seen and noticed over these years since my graduation that I just wanted to impart. First, before I start, I just want to say, you know, we respect the struggle. And that goes both to parents and to young people. To the graduates, we understand the challenges that exist navigating between different cultures, sometimes having to navigate and overcome the misunderstandings that our parents may have of education here in America, the society that we have to deal with, and the pressures that come with that. So, you know, whether you're a first generation American, whether you're an immigrant, the struggle that all of you have had to deal with, again, through no fault of anyone, is commendable, and we have to understand and recognize that. So again, don't let anyone minimize the position that you're in. Similarly to the parents, you know, everyone honors and respects the sacrifice that all of you had to make coming from a different country, and then trying to navigate this very, very confusing, challenging place that is American society. And so we know with the best of intentions, the sacrifices that you made to put your children in a position to succeed is so commendable that all of us would not be here without your strength, your resilience, and everything that you've done to put the young people in a position to succeed. Second thing I want to say is honor your community. And yes, sure, we need to honor our Eritrean community, but I don't even mean it in that way. I mean it in the sense of wherever you go on in life, you need to find your community and find people who are going to be able to support you. And I think within the Eritrean community, particularly for those of us who are first generation and grew up here, look, there are so many of us who are in a position to be able to help you along your academic and professional journey. So whether you're going into college, whether you're now entering the workforce, look to those of us who are young professionals who grew up here, who have been in the same position that you have been in, but again, now have the luxury that many of our parents didn't have, where there are other Eritreans who have gone through this and struggled through it and can offer advice, professional support to all of you. And so I say that on a personal level, anything you ever need, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I might not be able to provide, you know, the advice to you, but I can link you with maybe another Eritrean who's been in that same position. So find that Eritrean community who's going to be able to support you academically and professionally. The last thing I want to leave you with is a quote that's often misattributed to Mark Twain, but it goes, don't ever let school get in the way of your education. And so look, many of you have accomplished great things in school, whether it's in high school, whether it's in college. But all of us are lifelong learners. We need to be constantly learning and constantly finding and seeking our passions, and engaging with them in a way that's productive and meaningful to ourselves. So while school is important, we all want you to keep getting, you know, your degrees, and educating yourself as best as possible. But again, you can educate yourself, also outside of the classroom, and don't ever let that stop. Don't ever let that love and passion for knowledge, quit, which sometimes it's easy to do in the challenging economic circumstances that all of us have to exist in. So again, find your community, continue to respect the struggle that you had to deal with to get here and the struggle of your parents, and don't ever stop being a lifelong learner. And in that vein, Andam, the Eritrean community, we're always here to support you, and we look forward to all of the amazing things that you'll continue to accomplish. Much love.
Okay, everybody, what did we think of our guest speakers? They did a pretty good job. All right. So now it's time to introduce our first guest speaker of the night. We have Sophia Gazai. Sophia, please stand up for a second. I'll be reading a quick bio about her, then she will come up and speak. Sophia Gazai, she's a director, aviation safety and operations at Airlines for America. So Sophia is an Eritrean-American pilot. Okay. In 1991, she became the first female commercial pilot at Ethiopian Airlines. During her time there, she faced shock and pushback from the passengers, including a man who told her that he wouldn't have booked the flight if he knew a woman would be his pilot. But despite the adversity, Sophia continued to succeed in her career and clear the path for women who would follow in her footsteps. A quote from an interview that was conducted with ABC 7's Allison Starling on Working Woman, Sophia said, "You know that you have to work hard to make it, to make sure that you excel, because the expectation is there and everybody's eyes are on you as well." Sophia served as a pilot for 12 years before eventually joining Airlines for America. Today, she also mentors young women in the Washington, D.C. area, encouraging them to reach for the sky to achieve their goals. We are so pleased to have you here tonight. Sophia, please come up and take the mic.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, grandparents, and most of all, graduates. Today, I'm really honored to be here amongst my community to congratulate our achievers of the day, high school or college. And it was not long ago that I, being at the seats that you are as high school and college graduate, that I thought that I had achieved it, I made it. Little did I know was just the beginning of a lot of challenges, opportunities, and achievements in my life. When I was first to come and make a speech for this group, and I was told what Eristars is all about, and I was reading it, and it started about 190-something members that you have boys and then 45 girls, and I stopped there. That was all I needed to know for me to want to be here today, because I won't even mention how many years ago, more than 30, 40 years ago, I was a little girl dreaming to play soccer, and as a girl in her teens, let alone a girl playing a soccer, creating a team was unheard of. And I remember my sisters and I come from a family of just 4 girls, and another neighborhood and high school, elementary and middle school girls wanted to play soccer, and our parents allowed us to play soccer, which was really great. And then we were going around neighborhood asking for fundraising. We didn't realize it was fundraising at that time. We know the concept now. And we raised money to have a uniform, because we felt like if the neighborhood boys have uniforms to play soccer as a group, then we should have one too. And we did. But here you are, your parents who started this organization to get you started in soccer, to create a village, to create a community, and see you to where you are now. So kudos to the parents who made it happen and who created the village for you. And stand up, please applaud them. So my journey to where I am today led, I went to an only girls' school, and then I went in college. And when I was in college, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I ended up taking foreign languages and literature. And and I wanted to travel the world as a flight attendant, but when opportunity came that Ethiopian Airlines was accepting pilots, I jumped on the opportunity. So what I'd like to tell you is that you may have laid out your future, but when opportunities arrive, jump on them. Don't hesitate. Don't be afraid to be the first. So Ethiopian Airlines, I was blessed, gave me the opportunity to be the first female pilot. Not only that, the student pilots and the instructors were really supportive of me, but then my attitude helped as well. I was not there to prove to them that I could be a female pilot, but I was one of them. So whatever we do, wherever we go, we have to be the best of us, to make the best of what we could be, not allow other people what we could be, whether it's the first or the last, but do your best in whatever field you're going to be leading. And then I got married, had kids, and was still flying, but then we got transferred to Saudi Arabia. So everybody was shocked because a woman who's a pilot is going to a conservative country, where she's not going to fly, let alone fly, she couldn't even drive, what's going to happen to her, and be a housewife. No, I refused to give anybody to find me, so I became the domestic engineer raising my kids. And I titled myself domestic engineer, just felt good, but then I found out I could go scuba diving. So I can't fly, I can't drive, but I can scuba dive. Why not? So it's another opportunity that gave me to define me who I am today. Be confident, opportunities come, take them. And then we moved here. Luckily, I continued flying, and I started working, and then my airline went under. So I had to stop flying again, and then stayed home and chose a different field to be with my kids. And then I said, I'm mastering my domestic engineering skills. And while I was raising my kids, I do want to go back to flying, but then I said, I can make the best of me again as a pilot. And I decided to continue for my master's as Master's for Safety in Aviation, an online course at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And then one son finished high school. My second son was still around, and I do want to stop. I do want to go back to flying or go back to school because I have the responsibility to make sure my child is there. So mothers, don't be afraid to stop working to be around for your kids. While you're raising them, you can still continue your education, be it online or even going to school with your kids. So there is no, as Dr. Berhe said, there is no stopping in education. Whether you're a mother, a grandmother, whatever, you can always continue to better yourself. So after my both sons went to college, I got the opportunity to be working where I am now as a director of aviation safety and operations for Airlines for America. And one thing I was asked on the interview as to how, for somebody who hasn't been flying or who hasn't been in the industry, could be having a management position. And I said, I've been managing my life all my life. So what better citizen I am as a manager than someone who is raising her kids and managing her household. So there is opportunity and title and experience in everything that you do in life. So take those opportunities, believe in yourself, challenge yourself, keep on moving, and believe me, there are opportunities. I don't have to tell you. You've heard it from our speakers. This country is there for you. Know where it is, and when you get it, don't be shy to take advantage of it. And we owe it all to our parents and grandparents. Throughout all my journey, my parents were next to me, helping me with my kids. So I see parents and grandparents here to congratulate you, but we owe it to them to be who we are today. And parents and grandparents, thank you on behalf of everybody.
Next for the night, we have a few graduates and former players that would like to say a couple words. We'll be hearing from Ruth, Sem, and Jonah tonight. So, Ruth, give her a hand.
Hello, everybody. First of all, everybody looks so beautiful from up here. Just being able to gather today, especially after the kind of year we've all had. Okay. Just being able to gather today, especially after the year that we've all had, is truly a testament to God's goodness and something I'm so grateful for. Before I go any further, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who has worked so tirelessly to make this event possible, from everyone who served as event coordinators to all our sponsors, donors, our speakers, and the Eristar board members. Thank you guys all so much. As I reflect on my college experience, there are many lessons that I've learned that have developed me into who I am today. One of the lessons I've learned is the importance of community. Recognizing what you value and linking up with other people who hold those same values is super important. On many occasions before entering college, I was told that the college experience is what you make of it, and a big part of what you make of it is dependent on who you surround yourself with. Whether it be a faith-related group or a community centered around a certain hobby or an interest, finding and surrounding yourself with like-minded people is super crucial to your success. One such community is the Eristar community. Through their efforts in reaching out to the Eritrean youth through soccer and college outreach workshops, I, and I'm sure my peers can agree as well, have had the opportunity to grow closer to our culture and have been able to serve one another in various ways. Moving forward, I hope to be able to serve my community in a greater and more significant capacity. Lastly, I just want to end by congratulating the class of 2021. I wish us all success as we conquer all that lies ahead, and I want to thank all our family, friends, and Eristar community for the success stories that you guys see today. Thank you guys so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows me, but I'll introduce myself anyway. I'm Sam Gabru. I graduated from Paint Branch High School, and I'll be going to UMBC. Before I say anything, thank you for Eristar for hosting this great event. It was very beautiful, very nice, and yeah, I'm going to talk from here. I first joined Eristar about 8 years ago when it was just me, my brother, Jakob, and his son Thomas. And they were talking about how one day in the future, it's going to be a big team. And I kind of laughed at that. But now looking at it, it's very beautiful to see. We met and exceeded our expectations. And I'm honestly so proud to be a part of this organization. Hold on. The amount of love and joy I get out of this organization is super beautiful. Honestly, some people see Eristar as a soccer team, but I see it as my second home. I just love everybody here so much. I want to thank President Sagai for him being so nice to me, always asking for input and doing what's good for the players. And now my coaches. First, Coach Jakob, my first coach, really set the foundation for me as a player. And I've always been there for me as a father, so I appreciate you for that. Coach Jonas, the man that was late to our game for some coffee. Thank you for your honesty and your tough love. Some of the words you said was not nice at all, but it's okay. I know it's for the best for us, so thank you. Coach Joseph, my dad. I know it's not about me, but my dad's been doing so much for me and my family. Very hardworking man. I look up to you. I hope I can be someone like you one day, so thank you. And I don't know if he's here, but Coach Awet, is he? Thank you for you're not here, so whatever. And lastly, my teammates. If y'all don't mind, can y'all stand up here with me? Because, I see y'all as my brothers. Can y'all stand up here with me for a second? Like, everybody, come here. good. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't even like calling y'all teammates because y'all are more than me to that. I see y'all as brothers. We've been through a lot, all these years, and I don't know what to say, bro. Y'all are my family. I don't want to get too emotional, bro, but at the end of the day, soccer can go away. We'll forever. This bond we have will never be broken, and I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, Eristars. Thank you.
All right, how are y'all doing tonight? If you guys don't know me, my name is Jonah. I first joined Eristars the end of my junior year of high school was back in 2015. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was one of the first people from this group to graduate high school. So I got to celebrate my high school graduation with you guys a few years ago, and I'm getting to celebrate my college graduation with you guys. If you guys had told me you guys would have... If you guys told me 6 years ago that there would be 200 players on this team now, I thought you guys would have been lying to me. I would not have believed the words you were saying to me. But I just want to give a special thank you to Jonas and Segai. They gave me the honor of being the very first player representative of the teams and of the players. You guys were the first person to really give me a voice and make me feel like I had what I was saying meant something. So I just want to thank you guys very much for that. Over the last 4.5 years that I was in college, I know I wasn't always around, but everything that you guys on the board and my coaches and my teammates, everything you guys told me over those years, I've always held them very close to me. And I've always tried my best to be a role model for the younger players and embody what Eristars stands for. Because it's more than just a team. I know a lot of people like to say that soccer is just a game, but it's more than that. We really came together. I never seen such a strong community before like this. To be able to set up an event like this is truly a beautiful thing, and we should really, truly be thankful for this. Over the next few years, I really, truly pray that I can be as involved as possible with you guys. I hope the younger teams, I know the younger players, I hope you guys know how truly blessed you are to have a board that's this dedicated to seeing your personal development, just not as only as players, but also as people and as young men and young women. I hope you guys know that we're Eritreans, so we have to wear that with pride. We have to show the world that what it is that we can do, and that's what this board is trying to show you guys as the future generation of our people. And lastly, I just wanted to give a special shout out to my mom and my sister. They've been stressing over this event for the last few months, and they truly did an amazing job. I'm trying not to get too emotional, but they really did their thing, man. They really brought all of us together, and I'm truly thankful that I was able to celebrate this moment with all of you guys.
Thank you, Jonah, and thank you to the speakers, graduates. I'm going to be very brief. I'm going to introduce a young man who's not a graduate, but he graduated from high school a few years ago. He's now in college. Before that, I just want to say a couple things. One of the things that really keeps me going and pushes me to continue to work hard for Eristars is this, right? As you saw, was Sam spoke, he talked about his teammates being his brothers, his lifelong friends, right? This is a bond, a lifelong bond that was created here with Eristars. These kids have been together since they were, in some cases, 5, 6 years old, and they've been together, to this point, and I'm convinced, I'm 100% convinced, this is a friendship that will last for life for them. So these guys do not need external support. They have their own teammates and a family, Eristars family, that will be there to support them. And as we, as we continue to grow in Eristars, I see just tremendous inspiration from our graduates. If you've been to our practices, the the older kids who graduated and are in college, in most cases, you expect them to just disappear, go to school, not show up again. That's not the case here. We see almost every single graduate from our community come back and continue to support the younger ones. That means there is a continuation to the program, right? This is not a one-time event. This is not just a soccer game. This is a life teacher moment. And these kids have pushed each other, not just at the soccer field, but academically. We've had 100% graduation from high school since we started, and we've had 100% college graduation of every kid that came through our program. All right. And just to highlight some of the benefits or just testimony from one of our youngsters, I'm going to introduce Naod Stefanos. Naod came to this country not long ago. He came here at the age of, I think, 15. He is now a second-year student at Hood College in Michigan. Not only is he there, he received a full scholarship, over $200,000 to go to school, and he continues whenever he gets a break. The first thing he does is come to us, come to the soccer practice, and try to contribute and help out. So I wanted him to come up and say a few things and express, his point of view and how the community, how the Eristar community has impacted his life. Naod, can you come?
Good afternoon. My name is Naod Estefanos, as Coach Tesfu just introduced me as. I'm a second-year student at Hope College in Holland, Michigan, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about how Eristars impacted my life throughout the years. So shortly after my arrival in the United States in September of 2015, there were a lot of things that I wanted to get involved in, whether it was in school or outside of school, and Eristar was one of those things. I can still vividly remember my cousin Jonas, who was sitting over there, telling me about the soccer team called Eristar and how great of a community it was for them and how excited he was for me to join. And I myself was also eager to join. Once I joined Eristar, Eristar influenced my life positively and in many ways that I can never imagine. There were 3 big lessons that I had learned and ways that I grew personally from those 3 things. And those 3 things are belongings, leaderships, and the idea of paying it forward. First, I learned the importance of family and the need of belongings through a lot of things. Coming to the United States, into a new culture, language, and community was a huge culture shock and a big change for my family and I. Getting to be a part of the Eristar community gave me an outlet to express myself through soccer and through many things. The immense amount of rights I was given to games from several families, and while my parents were working, the cookouts, the team hangouts, and everything that came with it gave me a sense of belongings and what I called family. Going to the field and playing soccer and seeing people felt like it was the only thing I was looking forward to every single weekend. From that comes leadership. When I was in the U15 team under Coach Joseph, I was the captain of that youth, and my leadership skills exceeded greatly. Before I arrived in the United States, I spoke 0 English, and going into school and not knowing what your teacher is even saying was more frustrating than one can imagine. So being the captain of the team helped me learn English faster than ever, as I had to speak up to lead the team or speak to players and things like that. And through that, I was able to learn a lot faster. And it also prepared me for what we all call the real world. And from those experiences, I was able to branch into different leadership opportunities and apply those skills, whether it was in school or outside of school, and being an example to my little siblings. It also helped me realize a lot of the potential that I hadn't yet realized. And that was a big part of being the leadership in the team. And the third important lesson that I was able to gain was the idea of paying it forward. I was mind blown when I had found out that our coaches and everything they did for us was for free. I had to stop and ask myself, why? Why is it that they do everything for free? As the years went on, I was able to find the answer to these questions, and that is love. They do it because the love of our people. They do it because they want us to succeed. And they do it because they want to be great examples to people like myself. And the other thing I was able to obtain from the organization was a free SAT preps with our sister Luam sitting over there. Shout out to Luam. Yeah. And from the SAT preps and several seminars and panels that were held from the organization from people around the world. That, my friends, is more than playing soccer to me. I believe all of us are on our way to becoming great, successful professionals in this world. And I encourage all of our graduates from the team, from the past and the recent years, to look back at this organization and pay it forward. We can pay it forward by doing many things, such as mentoring our young players, SAT preps, and coming out to support during games. I encourage you to look back so that they can have the same experience that as I had before I joined. Lastly, I want to end my note by expressing my deep gratitude to the families and friends of Eristar, and especially to the coaches, to our dedicated coaches for giving me the experience I will never forget. So thank you, Coach Jonas, Coach Yosef, and the many great coaches. And congratulations, graduates.
How great was that? Between our graduates, Naud, Coach Tesfu. I don't know if you guys saw me back there. I had some tears in my eyes. So our next keynote speaker of the night is Mr. Henok Solomon. Henok is a poet, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. He also is the founder of Destined to Inspire. He currently works as a program coordinator with the Landing Program, a program that serves youth in recovery from alcohol and substance abuse. For 8 years, Henok has worked in the field of mental health with the organization Shepherd Pratt, formerly Family Services Incorporated. In 2017, he created Destined to Inspire immediately after discovering that his passion is to give others hope. The vision of Destined to Inspire is to inspire, encourage and empower individuals using spoken word poetry, motivational speaking, and life coaching. Henok is committed to transforming lives and inspiring others to chase their dreams. As he states in this, my dream is to inspire you and to chase after yours. Henok?
I wanted to start off with a poem. Is that okay? Is that okay? All right. Earth Treks is an indoor wall climbing gym. And for 14 days, I had a free trial to go anytime and just climb. But after only 6 days, I canceled my trial. Why? I got tired of failing. But then I realized that life and wall climbing go hand in hand. They come together in a tight grip. I remember even before an attempt was made, I would hear the words, "Henok, what if you might slip?" My mind tried to get me to cruise in life. It ran a really tight ship. Fed me doubt for dinner. I was nauseous before bed. The thought of having a dream made me quite sick. In the gym, I felt like a beggar, asking questions daily, but all I needed was a nice tip. One told me, "Henok, there's progress in every effort. Just take a moment to look at your past right quick. Success is never a straight line. Sometimes it takes a slight dip." I could hear his words, but that voice deep inside me would whisper, "I think I might quit." You see, I was on a mission, but failure kidnapped me and took me on a nice trip. Drove me down memory lane. I could see past mistakes ahead of me. They were lined up like a bright strip. No matter how dark my days would get, failure always came through dressed up as an ice pick. Chopped away my confidence and broke me, then told me that this was the right fix. You see, I walked into that gym every time. Feet were sore, had to wear my shoes in a tight fit. Toes were crowded and bunched up together like clouds right before a storm that might hit. I heard one say, "Henok, keep chasing after your dreams. Failure's like a thorn bush, keep it moving, but every now and then you might feel a slight prick." My acts played a role in my failures. This was the story of my life. I just never had the right script. You see, God was building me up when I kept falling. The lessons he was using all came from the right bricks. Preparation cemented well with my lessons, so now I see why life kept falling apart. I wasn't using the right mix. I kept telling myself, Hanok, you got this. But my thoughts would take over and make my mind flip. Broke my confidence and caused my self-esteem to start walking with a slight limp. The worst pain I ever endured was watching others succeed. That cut hurt so much that I started to call it the failure's knife tip. My biggest failure in life was failing to plan. I never tasted the fruits of my labor, and all I ever wanted was a slight sip. You see, climbing those walls felt like life was throwing me lemons. I squeezed them so hard, hoping that one day they might drip. Wore my heart on my sleeve, and every now and then failure was followed with a slight rip. Showed me that life's like a marathon. Without a plan, you're running with your shoes untied, and one day you might trip. I've taken many shots in life, but I kept drawing a blank and found out I wasn't using the right clips. The thought of failure always attacked me in my sleep, kept me up until morning. I learned to call that the night shift. But nowadays, I refuse to let go of my dream. I'm holding on to it with a tight grip because I refuse to give up. I'll never stop chasing these dreams. I just learned to have a game plan, so one day I'll lurk to the top and look back and say that this was all just a nice trip. Thank you. Thank you. So first and foremost, I just want to say to the graduates, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I personally want to say that I'm proud of you because I'm sure that your journey was challenging. I'm sure that there was difficulty along the way, but you didn't quit. You didn't stop. You didn't give up. And for that, I'm proud of you. First, let me just say this. I'm really, truly honored to be here. I want to thank Eristars for having me. First of all, I want to thank God for even putting me in this space because it's not easy. But thank you to Eristars because your story is truly inspiring because just of how you started. I don't know if it was Elsa or Dawid who told me that this all started from just kicking a soccer ball around every weekend, and now it's manifested into something greater. So let's give him a hand real quick. So I just wanted to share a few things about wall climbing, okay? So everyone in this room, no matter how old you are, no matter what stage of life you're in, we've all had to climb walls in life, right? Everyone's wall is different. Everyone's climbing different walls in life. Someone's wall may be to try to get on the honor roll. Another person's wall may be trying to be a student athlete, to try out for a school team while being a student. Someone else's wall may be to go to school full-time and work a full-time job. Everyone's wall is different. And I say that because sometimes as we're doing anything in life, pursuing or our ambitions or anything, we tend to get into this mindset of comparing ourselves to other people. And what I want you to understand is that everyone has different stuff going on in life. And so I just want you to get out of that mindset that just be you and just understand that whatever wall you're climbing, you are going to get to the top one day. Just by a show of hands, how many of you in this room have dreams? How many of you? Don't be shy. Okay. All right. So your dream could be to be a professional athlete, could be to be a professional singer, an actor, actress, lawyer, politician, congressman, president. We all should have dreams. And it doesn't matter how old you are. If you have dreams, chase after your dreams. But I'm here to tell you that if you have dreams or ambitions in life, you will have to climb walls every day, and it's not pretty. You will fall, you will fail, you will get hurt along the way, but it's part of the process. You see, the thing is that that's why a lot of people tend to give up. It's because the minute that they're hit with that difficulty is just like, oh, this is too hard. And I'm sure everyone in this room has heard the saying that if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's true. It's true. There is going to be difficulty along the way. I personally have climbed many walls, and I still continue to climb walls. I failed a lot, but I refuse to give up, as she mentioned about Destined to Inspire, because I believe in my heart that what I'm doing, if it's going to, if it means sharing a poem, if it means creating content, if it means motivational speaking, if that's going to give someone an inch of hope not to give up, if that's going to give someone an inch of strength to just keep pushing, then I have to keep doing it. And I'm telling you, it has not been an easy journey for me, but I'm seeing the rewards, from what I've been doing. And a lot of people don't know the stuff that I've been going through. So I just say all of that to say that you're going to climb walls, but not just for you graduates, but everyone in this room. I encourage you to keep pushing. I encourage you to keep climbing, no matter what it is. I believe in all of you, and I just wanted to say that before I continue. So I have 3 principles, okay? 3 principles, and then I'll get out of your way, okay? Principle number 1, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you have this passion to do whatever you want to do in life? And it's so important to determine what your why is, because motivation fades, okay? I don't know if anyone has had this experience, but if you've tried something for the first time, whether it be working out or, something, and you do it for like a week, you do it for like a month, and then all of a sudden you start to say, I don't feel like doing this anymore. But what was your why? What was your reason? And so I say that to say, write down what your why is and read it to yourself every single day. Because life gets busy, life gets noisy. You have family, you have school, you have work, you have friends, you have social media, you have video games. There's just so much going on. And so you have to stay focused on to what your why is. How many of you have seen the movie Batman, The Dark Knight Rises? Anyone? Okay. All right. Well, for those of you who haven't seen it, that's your homework. So go home and watch that. But in the movie, Bruce Wayne, who is Batman, okay, he's in this pit, and he's held prisoner along with other prisoners who are in this pit, and they're in there left to die, okay? And now Bruce Wayne, he tries to climb out of this pit several times, and he kept falling. And he had a rope, and he kept trying, and he kept falling. And I love it. It was this, he was having a conversation with this old man, and it was in that conversation that he recognized what his why was. He told the man, he said, my fear is dying in here while my city burns and there's no one to save it. So after that, he took the rope off and he climbed without a rope and he made it to the top. So just keep that in mind. I share that as an example, but write down what your why is, and I promise you that you will not have a hard time getting to whatever your dream or ambition is, okay? Principle number 2, do the work. Do the work, okay? No matter what you want to be in life, you are going to have to put in the time, the effort. I watch sports a lot, especially like the Olympics, and I watch these, gold medalists. I watch NBA players receiving MVP, and I'm just the first thing that comes to my mind is, I wonder what his work ethic is like. What time is he waking up? What time is he going to bed? What time is he eating? How many hours is he putting in? Because I'm inspired by work ethic. I'm inspired by work ethic because to me, it's showing me proof that no one just comes in and just does something and is just phenomenal at it. I mean, there's not too many people who can actually say that. So my favorite player was Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. But I remember watching this interview of Kobe Bryant and how he was sharing how he works out 8 hours a day. And that's how, and so he's just walking during the interview, he's just walking us through the journey of how he puts in so much time and how he's disciplined And a lot, there have been times where I'll watch Kobe Bryant play and he'll throw up the most craziest shots and it seems normal to him. But people don't know that he was practicing that over and over. So do the work. Do the work. The last principle is trust the process, okay? Trusting the process is believing that no matter where you are, no matter how, let's say like you start a journey of, I don't know, school, or you want to do something in life and you're not seeing the results right away, but you're putting in the time, that can be discouraging. That can be very discouraging. And I don't know if anyone's experienced this, but I'll just share this with you. With, let's say, for example, working out, okay? Sometimes I've known people personally who have tried to say, okay, I want to lose weight, and they go to the gym for, I don't know, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but they don't see the results. And then because they don't see the results, they're not motivated anymore. And so I promise you, like, I'm so serious. There have been times where even with spoken word, with motivational speaking, that I've thought about quitting because I just was not seeing any improvement, but other people were. And so I just encourage you to trust the process. You may not see results today. You may not see it tomorrow. You may not see it next month. You may not see it next year. You may see it after 2 years. I started motivational speaking in 2017, and I'll just say this. My first speech was terrible. It was terrible. But I kept putting in the work and I kept putting in the time, and I came here with the speech written down, but because I've practiced it so many times, like, it's not, so I've learned to trust the process. So I'll share this last example, and then I'm gonna get out of your way. So the wall climbing experience at Eristars. So when I went to Eristars, 14 days, and specifically it's called bouldering. So bouldering does not require you to have a rope, okay? So I took the tutorial, the class, the introductory class, where they teach you. They teach you how to climb. They teach you about safety. They teach you about technique and movement. So once they teach you, they say, okay, now you can go and climb. So imagine being in a gym where there's like almost 100 people climbing and they're more experienced than you. So I go to the instructor and I say, okay, all right, what do I need to do to be better? Okay, and do I need to, have strengthen my upper body? Do I need to have a stronger core? Do I need to strengthen my leg? Like, what do I need to do? And he said, yeah, do all of that. And so what I was doing was Monday I would climb, Tuesday I would go to the gym, Wednesday I would climb, and so on and so forth. But what happened was I wasn't seeing the results. I didn't see any results. And there was one wall, and it was like probably the second wall that I was trying to climb. I thought about this wall at work. I thought about this wall when I was going to sleep. I thought about this wall every single minute of the day because I couldn't get to the top of this wall. It was really difficult. And because I didn't see any results after those 6 days, I quit. I said, I'm ending my trial after 6 days, and I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. Because the reality is that there were so many people, I felt there were people who were probably on the same level as me, but they were getting to the top. Isn't that ironic? Like sometimes, like just in life in general, when we see other people succeeding, we start to question ourselves. We start to question, oh, maybe I'm not smart enough, or maybe I'm not good enough. But like I said before, everyone has different walls to climb in life, but you shouldn't compare yourself to the next person. So I just want you, as you go on in life, I want you to remember those 3 principles. What's your why? Doing the work, and trusting the process. Thank you all again. I appreciate you. And to the graduates, congrats.
All right, can we have everyone please quiet down for a moment? We are getting ready to celebrate our graduates. Let's give a hand for our 2021 graduates. Okay, we are introducing our college graduates. Our college graduates, please come up. We have Jonah Bonayuti, Siku Tuelde, Ruta Adhanom, Ruth Jonas, our high school graduates. Please. We have Deliana Tarese, Nate and Mariam, Deset Araya, Bana Bella, Aliyah Bella. Delina Aforki, Melat Hanok, Luam Rusam, Niat Isaac. Selena Arhanam. Then we have our players, Sam Gabru, Evan Photo, Ebenezer Niftalam, Aaron Cabreyesus, and Yoel Bayu. Thank you to everyone for coming out and celebrating our graduates. We greatly appreciate all your support.
Sorry, just one more. I'm sorry. One of the privileges of continuing to play soccer with us is at the end of your graduation, you get to take your jersey fully signed by the team and fully framed, so you can have it in your bedroom for the rest of your life. So we'll those of you who stayed with us and played the entire high school year or college year, you will now receive your jersey that you used for the last 4 or 5 years, signed by the board members. So Danny? Yep. And this the class this year's class, the high school class, are really one of the most. I'm going to speak soccer now, specifically soccer, not education. Probably one of the most talented team we've had in many years, and they finished, I think, top 2 or top 3 in their league this year, a very competitive league. So we are very proud of them, very proud of you guys. Congratulations. Okay. First jersey, Sam Gabru. Number 14, Sam. All right, number 15, the lefty, Yoel. Number 24, the big man, the tall man, Evan. And number 31, the speedy guy. I could never catch up to this guy, Ebenezer. And last but not least, number 11. Number 11 is sentimental to me. I used to wear it in high school, and I think the same jersey number I had in college as well. So number 11, Mr. Tall Dude, Aaron. Number 21, Deliana. I have to tell you, my favorite team in Eristars is the girls team. We've come a long, long way. We've come a long way. When we started this, we had, 2 or 3 girls, and we didn't have a full grown program for the girls, so after a few years, they would quit because we didn't have a developed program for them. But we worked so hard to make sure we have a sustainable program for the girls, and this year's class has been together for, I think, 6, 7 years, and we now have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, almost 40% of our membership are women, young girls. So we're very proud of it. So Deliana, congratulations. Okay. I have one more. I don't have the jersey here. He couldn't be with us. Dawit Asfaha. He's one of our graduates. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today. Dawit's been with us since the age of 6, if I'm not mistaken. He graduated this year. So congrats to Dawit as well.
Trip, you know I'm always by your side. You'll be fine for the ride. Just be calm, take a breath and don't cry. Oh my, my. Look on the bright side. Rise up to make an impact. Now get your bags packed. Think about your life, the thrill, don't you cry. Oh my, my. Look on the bright side of life. Somebody told me everything's alright. The life's too short to be afraid. Which leading up to what I wanna say. Living should be given in a way. Contemplating every single day. And learning so we educate and be positive. It is what it is. Come on, set examples for the kids. No, I don't wanna scare you, no I don't. This time you be your role model. So open up. Somebody told me everything's alright. That life's too short to be afraid. Which leading up to what I wanna say. Living should be given in a way. Contemplating every single day. And learning so we educate and be positive. It is what it is. Come on, set examples for the kids. I don't wanna scare you, no I don't. This time you be your role model, so I don't wanna scare you, no I don't. This time you be your role model, so open up. Don't trip, you know I'm always by your side. You'll be fine for the ride. Just be calm, take a breath and don't cry. Oh my, my. Look on the bright side. Rise up, now make an impact. Now get your bags packed. Think about your life, the thrill, don't you cry. Oh my, my. Look on the bright side. Be kind and keep a smile. Keep your head up and try. Find a friend or a child and encourage their life. Oh my, my. Look on the bright side. Rise up and make an impact. Now get your bags packed. Think about your life. The thrill, don't you cry. Oh my, my. Look on the bright side of life. trip, you know I'm always by your side. You'll be fine for the ride. Just be calm, take a breath and don't cry. Oh my mind, look on the bright side. Rise up and make an impact. Now get your bags packed. Think about your life, the thrill, don't you cry. Oh my mind, look on the bright side of life. Somebody told me everything's alright. The life's too short to be afraid. Which leading up to what I want to say.
Good evening. We have Salam Kameyam Tikhum. I'm here to introduce we have two board members. They achieved a milestone in their lives. I will introduce the first person, Helen. She got her master's degree. Helen Adam, please. And another, our board member, Dr. Filmon, he got another master's degree in business administration. And thank you. We are very proud of you guys.
حرايكم يا مسيخوم كله صبغ دلا بلعلنا سيلنا دقول الله خمل بلو إريستار حراي بمجمرنا تدحلف عمد كندمتاي كبيد كم نبرة كلها أنا نفلتينا داي سجر دمسل دنبرة عمد أملاخ بصبغ سلسة سجرنا نتسمعين بدرن فترة أملاخ كبري خنا بمقصال إذا شلمات بهالحساب مسمسة أبو أمره خد مسأك حساب الله هجي شلمات مسبلكاس نمان كن شلم يمسأك معس كن شلم انتاي كن شلم هجي زناي إريستار بورد نمان كن شلم مستوهلس إذا بريزيدنتنا نخلو بقى خلص كشلم الله اتنو منتاي بزح جزي أبهلنا تفلتيهم ورايك تقبر كلها وراي جبر كتحمي تبهل إذن إيرستار فاميلي جن وراي جبر مو ختملك وراي جبر كتصبع كتمعرك سلزبل شلماتي وحدة دي يحط تدلخو شلماتي يبوز حدا يوحدهم بر حجي أبتاع شلمات نخلو كلها نتسامعنا أبتاع سكن شعو معس حجي نخلو بحنس أخن شلما ينخلينا جزيلا حجي نستوصل نسبات أما رؤي ترى نزمرهم 4 سبات كنشلم تسامعنا حجي كلهم شلمات يقبعكم يجن لو ما عندنا 4 سبات راح نشلمنا مجمريا بوزح نجر ليتن معلتن دا سرحت ديكوريشن ام مقبار نزي مقبي ام مدلاو بوزح نجر نزي حجزتنا حفتنا سالم شلمات كن باينا حفتنا سلام سلام هرا اوكي هرا اتخال ايتخاء كاو بزي فله ويكا خاو بزي نقص ليتن معلتن اند حجزا نزم معروق بعل كن بعل كنا بعل دقبرتنا ديكوريشن ام مقبار invitation ام مسرحن كالن نز حجزتنا حفتنا نقولنا دانيا هراي بساسي درجة أبدي فلايرز ام مسرح نتي انفيتيشن ديزاين ام مقبارن ابكالن نز حجزتنا قولنا روتيوناس أمود أتا أبذخ مدر نسمعكم ودنا بكل نجار بتعمي بولس بزخنة نظام من أسيات عم كابن أبكالن نزحجزنا ودنا سام الرأي يغني لي أمج الرشا أمج الرشا دي نذي إريستار كشلة ما لو خابت ذبلنا عند مغنيات إريستار كاب كالي متخابتي زبلت از جبرة بزخون يخون كم بوليتيكا يخون أو رجاوي يخون قال يخون كي تفلالي حان تعلمو السوخة ندقون نسبورتن دسرح فولي تكال زخونة نخلو ناي إريستار فاميلي كل أخهم ناي تقعيد ناي يغني لنا بس كان أختبوي يغني لي
كي تزاربكو خي كيدي ليه جن لو معلتي قاطع مخوينو سيت حاونات سقاي وزرو إلاني برزدين مو حانسا كلنا تسينا هابي برزدين ولا لا بجاهتكم Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Thank you, Sagai.
والقيح بحري صح لولاي لولاي ساي ساي لوراناتي ناي بحتي لولا بلي والقيح بحر بفور خالد عتوزع عتوزع سعيت وطنا كده عتحلل تحلل بفور خالد تخنني له شتت منايه ويا تبلاني سمع لي الري لا 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 على زونه ومليت عينه وسك يا لبس لا 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 نفت بريخة نفت سنوة عين عمي تكون حلفوا أي تطمتوا ودفوا بعينكم زتراية أو لبكم كي تحلفوا عينكم انت طمتوا لبكم تلقفتوا خيرك في غرس أبدكم فغرة كي تقول أنفوا حتى تدفوا بدفوا يدفكم لا يحدفوا كي يحملكوا كي يسلم كي تقربوا له كي يسلم كي عبدك كي يسلم كي تحزوا كي يسلم كي يسلم كي يسلم حنقكم لقطة ساسن بينا إيا كرمل لالتا ساسن بينا إيا لقلب والتا
اشتاقينا اسدي كزدي قلتنتا مونتن ايه كزا نولا كزا ادريس اغره اريه ادري اغره ايه وتي نادا ما دباتي انشنا يوا Andrew Abinte متى إنم كذا متى عجيب كذا متاش أنتم كذا متى مع الإنجبا وتى سسميو وانا جينا دشتاقينا عارف دشتاقينا
أتعبوا وصي حمشة أشيك وصي حمشة أشيك أتجيبي يلا وتتدخل كما عشان تونس أركبي تونس سوي سماي سينا فوقتني بحكومة جماي سينا تيتني كوغم سماي سينا فوقتني بحكومة جماي ويترع خلينا بمشيت إلا أنت شايف كل بيت عارض خلق وخم عدوان فمريت لكم وفرتوس هوا سينا تيتني كوغم سماي سينا فوقتني بحكومة جماي ويترع خلينا بمشيت إلا أنت شايف كل بيت سيكاي زخلق وخم عدوان ويترع لكم وفرتوس هوا عمرها زي بلو زي كحد نجر سنتي زكبره على بحصة هجر لما تنور حنحنها كبابر في الليلة تنور صوت يبرحلو سبحلو سلطة الألوان تكري ودبرا خلكو ما يتبرا اتوعدو نتويني كل دم يوم نتسنى لما يسكك يا باب زباني زيت رجع بودام تحبيتني نفضل الناس لا تندني
سلام سلم يا سلام يا سلام سلم ستر وأقرم يا سلام سلم عيا من أقرم يا سلام سلم.
Okay, I need everyone's attention, please. This is really, really important. This was not planned. First, my thank you to these guys. First, we got to thank God, because we did not make it last year. We made it this year. We just want to say thank you to these coaches, because a lot of time we forget to say thank you. It's just because we got so much in our mind. But we really want to thank from the bottom of our heart what you guys have done for these children. Even though they're not children anymore, I know in your heart they are. When we were growing up, we didn't have this. And now to see it with these kids, making it to college, high school, this would not have done without you. The parents did a great job, but it always takes a village, and I believe in that. Just want to say, continue what you're doing, because you already have another team doing their own. So that comes, from followers. So we just, seriously, just from the bottom of our heart, me and my girlfriends, we were saying, there's never really a chance that we get a chance to say thank you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
أبزلنا علينا ترغمنا تزرزير بزي ودع فتلي حاد غوني الكنا ستينا يتمني خازير ركب ماي فقري سقاي تفتينا تسكينا نزل عالم زي ورد حدري كم حدا كنحاسب كم حدا نسرح تقبري قلنا الكي هقري كبري عبد حماك زين عبد صدم عبد وان حسار مكرا عبد جزي السلام عبد رهوة عبد طلي عبلو معزمرا عبزل غولي الله تني بمنفسها اتما مقصدرا يحزمت عن جزي يغرب يرحق عبز خول السفرا منفس كالو هزمنا إريترا أب جغننا تبكم برزلقوم أما عسكر أب دفاع زلقوم أب كتما أب قطر زلقوم أوطاي أب سدد زلقوم أب إثيوبيا تقفعو زلقوم وقلقو أب محير زلقوم يقعي إريترا لبي قلبي كوينو ومسقوم يمسكنو مفتاري كباخو فقر داخم لكم ما بيت بلو صنعت كسم يكم ما بيت بلو نحيلة سم يكم ما بيت بلو جغنناتكم لكم ما بيت بلو لقصدوهم لكم ما بيت بلو حق انت بالكم ما بيت بلو الريديب لكم ارتراهم لكم كنو كلو ترقم اننتنا بتقللو أبزلنا علينا ترغمنا تزرزيرو بزي ودع فتلي حاد غوني الكنا ستينا يتمني خازي ركب ماي فقري سقاي تفتينا تسكينا نزل عالم زي ورد حدري كم حدا كنحاسب كم حدا نسرح تقبري قلنا الكي هقري كبري عبد حماك زي أبت تقم أبت وان حسار مكرا أبت جزي السلام أبت رهوة أبت تلي أبلو معزمرا أبزغدكو غيدي ألا تني بمنفسا اتما مقصدرا يحسمت عن جزي يغرب يرحق أبزخون السفرا منفس كالو حزبنا إريترا سب قرمي لمون فتاري كابنا أمنو حلو النمبري نتسلا اسفتير كخابتري المتسن قبنو تحنز عن تري من النتنا نكاب طعمو عري كن صبرنا خندي زي تسقري عجبا يبلكم آبايكم يدفن دكي إري يمسقنو كاباكم مفتاري نرغب كبلوهم نزعسلو نبقس كبلوهم زغنفلو نوثق بلوهم زغمرو سلام يلم بيتي يا تلالي سلام قالي سلام يا امنتي سلام بهقي سلام يا تمنيتي يا أهل السقاي نزبل هزبي متنخاي هذا قنياي وبحاو موزاي حدنت سنيقه يرعى داي سلخي ماميقه انه بفقر ماميقه الريه السيه الريه السيه قدسي او فطور حبر عيني مننتي كبرتي حابني سنف ابي ديرو وقبني صقانديو زيغا خمخواني عديه الريه أسيي الريي حدنتكم صنوعي وكم عري كن سقرينا كن داي زي تسقري أوايكم يدفن دكي إري يمسكنو كباكم مفقري أسيي لك عديي شوحش قميته تصعر اللقوب تسفى نزحمة وانك حلفة تصعر اللقوب عقمي قال سس منابرتين كدمي جزي وانت حيلني سعرهم براي سعرن تسقمي تسفى يولقفي تسفى يوحيلي دقاقي متصعر كساب سمر لي يتعام حسن في الشغطة عملي في الشغطة عملي كله تعرف في الشغطة عملي في الشغطة عملي يدعم حساب في الشغطة عملي في الشغطة عملي هاي حلالين كساب سمر لي في الشغطة عملي سعرهم براي سعرني مسقمي نبراك بيدني نمارركو تعنا زي بلو مسرقكو هتصناني عيان نفسي الرقاقي ايوم نفسي لك وعاب براي كون عددي تتصباي كون تمتصواتي تعنا يغلعان مستدفع مرر مركي وتكسنفا واني النقو اميني زحاسكو حيز السمسكيني في الشغطة عملي كله ترى في الشغطة عملي في الشغطة عملي يدعم يحسن في الشغطة عملي في الشغطة عملي هاي حلال انكساب سمر اللي في الشغطة عملي سعر براي سعر نتسقمي سنسقي حبو زعقس يحيال زواهلي لبام يا أخلي النبال زفلت وحبتا كبحال السميع انت سامين اللو انت سكت أنانا انت سامامي دحان كحلف يندابلوني وبعيني ريق عابت وك نيدي حليف تسفى يولقفي تسفى يحيلي دقاقي بتصغير كساب زي سمر اللي يدعم حسن في الشيخ تعمل في الشيخ تعمل كل تعرف في الشيخ تعمل في الشيخ تعمل يدعم حسن في الشيخ تعمل في الشيخ تعمل هاي حلالين كساب زخون اللي في الشيخ تعمل سعر مبرعي سعر ننسقمي كل حلقة إلى بميتين كينو قشاوح قميتين صعر اللقود تصفى نزحمك وانت حلفة صعر اللقود عقمي كالسس منابرتي لك قدمي قزيوك وانت حيلني سعرهم براي سعرني تسقمي هو مغان حسب تقلقوا صفحاتي ودكم سترجعوا نتتصبق الزبالة تسلوا نتحمق زباء سلوا نتتعمي زتعامل لوا نتحسب زمرر لوا شاف تصبق نحمق نعكينا كلاليو ولا انت فتكينا عابي كيكلو انا سبزعني في الشيخ تعامل كل تعرف في الشيخ تعامل في الشيخ تعامل يدعم حسام فقك تعامل في الشيخ تعامل هاي حلالين كساب زمسال اللي في الشيخ تعامل سعر مبرعي سعر ننسقمي عالم كم بحريا كم زبحل كحم بسي كئل نخيط حل حبيرنا لو تسقمنا لك علل كنبال حد زيادة كنقاد سليت شقرت والدان تقباب بعاك المنفس من راقب هيوات كلم حايش كل لازم تسفايو دقفي تسفايو حيلي دقاقي متصئر كساب زمسال اللي يدعم حسن في الشيخ تعامل في الشيخ تعامل كل تعرف في الشيخ تعامل في الشيخ تعامل يدعم حسن في الشيخ تعامل في الشيخ تعامل هاي حلالين كساب زي سمر اللي في الشيخ تعامل سعر مبرعي سعر ننسقمي كساب زغونا اللي كساب سمر اللي وكانوا سي عقلي تزفوي وتمتاي هاي عقدني سماي ومرتي كساب زغونا اللي كساب سمر اللي هاي تنتقني وحايلي تزفوي وتمتاي هاي حلال سماي ومرتي سماي 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 ومرتي كساب زغونا اللي كساب سمر اللي وكانوا سي عقلي تزفوي وتمتاي هاي عقدني سماي ومرتي كساب زغونا اللي كساب سمر اللي هاي تنتقني حايلي تزفوي وتمتاي هاي حلال سماي ومرتي سماي 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 ومرتي كساب زغونا اللي كساب سمر اللي وكانوا سي عقلي تزفوي وتمتاي هاي حلال سماي ومرتي